Good afternoon. Welcome, family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, graduating seniors. We are here today to celebrate the 2020 Orca High School virtual graduation. It is great to be here today. This is an exciting time, but I want to acknowledge the elephant in the room here and say this is not what we had planned. This is not what we wanted even 2 months ago for us. However, I want to encourage you to embrace this time, to embrace the uniqueness of this experience. You have worked very hard and traveled a very unique road to get where you're sitting today. Together, along with hundreds of households across Oregon, we are sitting down together to celebrate you, seniors, and your accomplishments. And that is something very, very special. To get here today, you have had to be strong-hearted, you've had to be waymakers, and you've had to be action takers. And as you move forth into this world, those are the traits that are going to lead you to success. To be strong-hearted means to have hope and courage and love in the best of times and in the worst of times. It means taking care of family and taking care of business no matter what comes your way, and never allowing our resolve to flag in any face of adversity. You have had to overcome a lot to be able to get where you are, and that strong-heartedness has carried you through. On top of being a strong-hearted person, you need to be a waymaker, someone who is able to read a situation with clear eyes and to see a way through any problem and to fill a need and just to simply make things better. You take action. That's so important. You are a waymaker and you take action. An action taker means being strong-hearted, and it means being a waymaker, but none of those things matter if we don't take action. We have to be able to take action in our lives. Otherwise, what worth is there? We've got to be able to move on the things that we care about the most. You, senior class of Orca High School 2020, you are strong-hearted waymakers, and you are unafraid to take action. What you have done up to this point in your life has proven that, and we are here to celebrate that today. We are here to celebrate your strong heart, your waymaking sensibilities, and your bravery that it takes to be action takers. I'm excited to be here with you today. Thank you for taking the time. I want to encourage you all to use that message stream that's there and available. Encourage your seniors. Post appropriate, encouraging words. You can send pictures. You can send gifs of you dancing in your robe, whatever you would like. Enjoy the appropriate and positive communications that you can have with households across Oregon. This is going to be a great time and a great collection of minutes, and I'm excited for what we have to experience today. I'd like to introduce to you Allison Galvin, our Executive Director. She has a few words for you.
Oregon Connections Academy, class of 2020. Welcome to your graduation ceremony. I'm Allison Galvin, our Executive Director, and it is with great honor that I get to celebrate with you all this evening. First of all, congratulations. You have achieved a big milestone in your life. I'm sure it took lots of goals and working hard to accomplish those goals to successfully cross this finish line today. That is just incredible. But while you were working to that finish line, a lot has happened, right? I think we know that we're in a crazy, unique world right now. And what you've had to demonstrate, in particular in the last few months, is perseverance and grit, and that ability to adapt and adjust to the world that's thrown at you. And you have successfully accomplished that. Well, let's celebrate that today. But those skills that you have learned, being able to adapt, adjust, perseverance, grit, apply those now as you move forward in your life. You have the opportunity to achieve anything you put your mind to. And with these skills that you've learned, you can do just that. So never give up, always strive for more, continue to be the best version of yourself that you can be, and you will have a successful life. I want to thank you for joining us today and for being part of our school and part of this very awesome community that we have. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I'm Jeff Krupp, president of the board of Oregon Connections Academy and one of the school's founders, and it's my pleasure to also welcome all of you, our graduating class of 2020, your family, your friends, and certainly our staff, to this, the final graduation ceremony of Oregon Connections Academy. Now don't worry, I know it's a little dramatic. We're not going anywhere. We're just changing our name, and I'll share with you a little bit more about that as we go along here. First of all, I want to recognize the great achievement that it is for in this most unusual time for you that have been our graduating class to complete your studies and meet your requirements to be able to celebrate this great achievement in your life today, graduation from high school. Wasn't easy, you know that. You've worked hard for it and you deserve it. Now it's unusual because of the lockdown and all of the things that have happened around the virus. We've not been able to share this with you the way that we usually do. We all come together, thousands of us, and we have this wonderful pomp and circumstance as it should be. But unfortunately this year, we just can't do that. So we're gonna make the best of it. As you know, we're live streaming this on Facebook and lots of people are going to be able to see it. And I guess that's the best we can do this year. Nonetheless, this is a marvelous day and a wonderful achievement that you deserve. Because you know what? You've worked for it, you've earned it. Now, in the immortal words of New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees, when he broke the all-time NFL touchdown record, and he said this to his young sons on the sideline, he said, and I quote, "Everything's earned, nothing is given," unquote. You've earned what you've got here today, this monumental achievement in your life. We're proud to stand with you, and we're proud to have had a little bit of a hand in helping make that happen. Now, why are we changing our name? Well, it's simple, really. After 15 years of a great relationship with Connections Academy out of Baltimore, Maryland, the time has come for us to become a fully independent public charter school here in Oregon. And what that means is that we are going to take this school to the very next level. And to do that, we felt it important as the board to become a more independent school. So we're changing our name from Oregon Connections Academy to Oregon Charter Academy on July 1st. So it's the same great staff, same great teachers, but an even better, more robust curriculum, different learning platforms, lots of great advantages. But the bottom line is this: we did this because we truly believe we can deliver the very best educational experience possible for our students, our families, and yes, our staff, if we become independent. We're doing this because we truly think it's best in the long run for all of us. So as we celebrate this great day with you today, just want to encourage you, keep your chin up as you go forward with the rest of your life. You're going to have many great achievements as you move forward in your lives. And Oregon Charter Academy will hopefully always be in the back of your mind. And who knows, maybe someday your children will graduate just as you did today from this very same school.
Good afternoon, Orca staff, family, and my fellow classmates of 2020. My name is Michaela Wood, and I am your student body president. I would like to start off by saying congratulations, we made it. Graduation is always a very exciting time. This day is proof that all of our hard work got us somewhere. It is proof we reached our goal, and it is the fuel that will drive us to reach many goals in the future. I am honored to speak to all of you today because while all classes share bonds as they graduate together, ours transcends beyond the norm per se. We entered the world in a time of fear, a time of panic, and a time of uncertainty. During 9/11, many of our parents questioned why they were bringing a child into this world. That being said, we survived the last 12 years we've spent in school. We thrived. During 9/11, our world we had just entered overcame something that most thought would destroy it. Now as we enter adulthood, we have a similar situation. It is no secret that we are entering a world, once again, of fear, of panic, and of uncertainty. But we are strong, we are resilient, and we will not only make it through this, but we will thrive again. No matter what each of our individual backgrounds are, or where we came from, or what our plans are once we leave this place today, we all share a bond that we came into this world at a scary time, and once again, we are going out in an equally scary time. But I know that no matter how scary this world may be, we are a generation that will not be broken or controlled by fear. It brings me comfort to know that none of us are alone. No matter where our journeys take us, we will always know that we have each other. We have our Orca class of 2020 family, and even if no one else understands what exactly it is we're going through, we understand each other. The pandemic we face now will affect us, but it will not break us. Now going out into the world, we have an opportunity to help those around us. The opportunity to serve and the opportunity to be the generation who helps create the world that we want to live in. Today is a day of celebration. I want all of you to first take a moment and remind yourself that you did it. You are sitting here today a champion, no matter how many obstacles were thrown in your way. Now I want to take a moment and recall all of the positive aspects this year has given us. Thanks to our school, we were able to keep working when other schools had to shut down. Thanks to the online environment of Orca, we were able to keep a sense of normality amongst all the chaos around us. I think I speak for all of us when I say to the staff at Orca, thank you for giving us that sense of normality and stability. Another positive aspect of our year that was presented to us was the chance to slow down. When we all go our separate ways in adulthood life, it's going to be busy. This year it gave us a gift of time. We were given time to perfect our studies, time to spend with our families, and time to reflect on who we are and who we truly want to become. This year took away all the distractions, so we can clearly see what truly matters and how blessed we are amidst all the panic. I want to say thank you to the families and friends who have supported us all in our journey to this day. I know it has not been easy, and with the worldly standings, you have had many important things on your minds and on your everyday to-do list. Yet you still made time to invest in us. Parents, grandparents, siblings, extended family, and friends who became family. You have all played a vital role in helping us to get to this day, and from the bottom of our hearts, my fellow classmates and I, thank you. We would not be here without the help of our families, friends, and teachers. Class of 2020, as we leave here today, I want to share with you my favorite quote. Take pride in how far you have come and have faith in how far you have how far you can go. Today we celebrate how far we have come and recognize that this is not the end. It is the beginning of how far we can go and how far we will go. I have great faith that we will all go on to do amazing things. We will help people, we will serve and assist in ways we can, no matter how big our contribution is, it will still leave a mark. We will have an impact on the world for the better, because in our lifetime, we've lived in the world at its worst. Use today to create the world you want for tomorrow. I encourage the class of 2020 to be known as the Tomorrow People. Let us be the class that went for it with all we have, the class that didn't give up, and the generation that changed the world. Thank you again to all of those who supported us to this day, and congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it.
Hello and welcome. I'm Marcy Kamen, Orca's Senior Manager of Counseling, and I just want to start by thanking you all so much for being with us here this afternoon to honor our graduates. This Orca class of 2020 has many exciting plans for next year, including 2-year and 4-year colleges, vocational programs, military enlistment, missionary work, and contributing to Oregon's workforce. We also have dancers, ball players, artists, musicians, equestrians, photographers, and Eagle Scouts, just to name a few. Before we send them on their way, it is my pleasure today to recognize some of the special achievements and honors of this year's graduating class. First, I'd like to recognize this year's senior members of National Honor Society, Lydia Chilton, Sydney Weber, and Michaela Wood. To qualify for National Honor Society, Orca students must have a B+ average, must have completed at least 100 hours of community service, and must have demonstrated leadership and character within their school and communities. After being inducted into National Honor Society, members continue striving for excellence. This year's NHS members found creative ways to complete community service in these unique times, and working with National Junior Honor Society, organized special events to recognize the contribution of our military and promote health and wellness throughout the school. Thank you all for your hard work and your contributions to our school and to our community throughout these last few years. For the first time this year, I am pleased to announce our graduates who earned biliteracy seals. The Seal of Biliteracy is an award given by the state in recognition of students who have studied and attained proficiency in 2 or more languages prior to high school graduation. Earning an Oregon Biliteracy Seal and Global Biliteracy Seal in English and Arabic is Dena El Nasser. And earning an Oregon Biliteracy Seal in English and Romanian is Stephanie Strizu. Next, as we read our graduates' names later in the ceremony, you'll notice plus signs accompanying some of our graduates' names. We recognize these seniors as our cumulative honor roll recipients, each of whom carried at least a 3.5 cumulative GPA throughout their entire high school careers. Congratulations to all of you. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to honor those students whose GPAs put them in the top 3% of this year's graduating class. These students achieved this honor by earning nearly straight A's while challenging themselves with some of our most difficult courses. Our students earning top 3% honors this year are Anton Goswitz with a 4.04, Rodrigo Diaz Cuevas with a 4.05, Catherine Josie with a 4.05, Kalia Gebhardt with a 4.05, Autumn Monroe with a 4.05, Nevada Dyke with a 4.06, Nazra Ali with a 4.06, Dexter Patching with a 4.09, Sydney Weber with a 4.10, Dena El Nasser with a 4.12, Rafael Batia with a 4.13, Ethan Wood with a 4.16, Tatiana Hediger with a 4.19, Sydney Stum with a 4.20, Ryan Rendon Padilla with a 4.26, Rose Dixon with a 4.30, and Tapa Ghosh with a 4.52. Great job, and thank you all for all that hard work. And again, thank you to all of you for being here with us this evening to celebrate this entire class of 2020. Next, I'd like to introduce our Ascend Administrator, John Meyer, to recognize graduates of our Ascend CTE program.
2 years ago, our first class of career and technical education students began the Ascend program. These students were challenged to partner with teachers to build a program that was both rigorous and relevant, one that would provide real-world skills and experience, a pathway to a career. The Ascend students surpassed these initial goals, and even though presented with challenges, have excelled. For students to be recognized as CTE completers, they needed to complete 3 credits in their designated career pathway and are offered opportunities to participate in work-based learning experiences and attain industry-related certifications. The 2020 Ascend graduates include those that are headed to college, trade schools, military service, and into careers with valuable skills attained in the Ascend program. They are all professionals. I would like to recognize the following medical sciences students who are CTE completers. Many have either completed or are scheduled to take the Certified Clinical Medical Assistant exam, and several are beginning careers in this exciting field. Our medical sciences pathway completers are Sydney Kincaid, Dina Al-Nasser, Tiana Capps, Chloe Boyer, Paige King, Faith Knutson, Hannah Russell, Alexis Crackle, Alexa Harris, Michaela Wood, Madison Girdner, Megan Hill, Hope Saunders, Elena Jones, Sydney Weber, and Autumn Monroe. In recognizing the Ascend Business and Management Pathway students, I want to note that many of these students also attained their Work Readiness Certificate from Hanover. This program allowed students to develop skills such as critical thinking, planning and organizing, professionalism, communication, and teamwork. These students successfully navigated this program that further developed their readiness for the first steps in their desired career field. Our Business and Management Pathway completers are Rodriguez Diaz Cuevas, Anton Goswitz, Anna Osterman, Isaac Smith, Naomi Langdon, Genesis Thrasher, and Soshana Snyder. The Ascend Computer Science Career Pathway students were challenged to take the IT Fundamentals Plus exam from industry-recognized certification provider Comptia. This is the only single certification that covers all areas of IT foundations, creating a broader understanding of IT. The Comptia IT Fundamentals exam focuses on the essential IT skills and knowledge needed to perform tasks commonly performed by advanced end users and entry-level IT professionals alike. These students challenged us to provide cutting-edge skills that would allow them to compete in this career field. Several of these students are already working in their chosen career. Our computer science pathway completers are Nicholas Brown, Sydney Howerton, and Tabrata Ghosh. These professionals are focused on their future, creating opportunities, challenging us all to get out of their way. You are the leaders of tomorrow.
Most students throughout the state of Oregon experience digital learning for the first time this spring. What many may not realize is that Oregon Connections Academy has been a pioneer in digital education since 2005. Each year, we honor those students who began their educational journey at ORCA as either kindergarten or first grade students and completed that journey as graduating seniors. These are our legacy students. As a legacy staff member myself, one who began at ORCA in 2005 when it opened its doors, I am honored to recognize this elite group of students for their perseverance throughout their digital education. This moment's particularly special to me because I began my career at ORCA as an elementary teacher and had the privilege of teaching many of these students. Our legacy students are designated by a white cord over their graduation gown. Like the pioneers who traveled the Oregon Trail many years ago, these graduates have blazed their own trail in the world of virtual education. The following students are our class of 2020 legacy students: Kylie Bristow, Tiana Capps, CJ Cassidy, Joseph Hoffman, Naomi Langdon, River Licht, Harrison McPherson, RJ Reed, Logan Reed, Anthony Riley, Lane Smith, Sydney Stum, and Alan Taylor. Thank you, legacy students, for your dedication to our school and for paving the way for thousands of students who have come to Oregon Connections Academy since 2005. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, class of 2020. So here we are. We have finally made it to the point we have all been striving for since kindergarten. We have made it through bad grades, good grades, and just okay grades. We have fought through the tough unit tests and powered through the portfolio assignments. We all had the unique opportunity of attending Oregon Connections Academy, whether it was just our senior year or because we have been here from the beginning. Today we get to celebrate the end of Chapter 1 and the beginning of Chapter 2. We have learned a lot of things from 2 + 2 is 4 all the way to managing a job and finances. We have finished our high school lives amidst the coronavirus that has taken a lot from us. The ability to go out whenever we want and even the opportunity to finish our senior year the standard way with prom and a large graduation ceremony. We may live in an ever-changing world, but the most important thing is that we get to choose how we respond to the changes. We get to decide the kind of people we want to be in this strange, bizarre chapter the rest of the world likes to call adult life. We may not be physically together right now, but this is how we are going to start things off, protecting the people around us and showing that we are not going to let this stop us. We are going to be the changes we want to see. As we go forth from today on, we are showing ourselves and the people around us what we are made of. Graduation is not the time to slow down, back up, and take a break. It is the time to step up and go full throttle into a new era. A new decade is waiting for us to fill with stories and accomplishments. This is our time to shine. Our time to show who we are and what we can do. We get to step on the gas pedal of life and speed on toward the next paragraph, which eventually leads to the next chapter. High school was our origin story, and the years to come is when we show the world the generation that was above the fire and ran to new beginnings. And I believe that each and every one of us has something to give. Go Class of 2020!
Happy Graduation Day, Class of 2020, and friends and families of graduates. My name is Kelsey Stone, and I have had the pleasure of teaching 12th grade English here at Orca for 5 years now. It is an honor to get to speak to you all. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this special day for you. I will begin with an English teacher cliche, a quote from my favorite author, Marcel Proust. Proust said, "We don't receive wisdom. We must discover it for ourselves after a journey that no one can take for us or spare us." Graduation marks the start of a new journey for you. You are leaping into adulthood. It is an exhilarating and scary time, sparkling with the bright promise of potential and opportunity, and the shaky uncertainty of the unknown. I started my journey into adulthood with a college class named Total Fitness. I figured I would ease into college with PE. That first day of class, I knew I'd made a mistake. Admittedly, the class title should have been the first hint that I was getting in over my head. I was the sort of student who took bowling and meditation yoga classes and never took an exercise class once I'd filled that credit requirement in high school. My fellow classmates were the sort of people who took as many PE classes as they could and did weird things like running in their spare time for fun. That day, we did an hour of sprints and push-ups and wall sits, and I ran myself to the limits of my physical capability. I nearly puked several times. Turns out that losing your lunch was a celebrated thing in that class. If a person showed the grit to continue with drills after vomiting, they got to sign the class rugby ball. I signed the ball twice that semester. You might be wondering why I didn't just drop the class. High school me definitely would have quit. Perhaps it was the rush of adrenaline and feeling of accomplishment that came from surviving each class session. Or more likely, the class left me so exhausted that I didn't have the energy to walk all the way to the enrollment office to process the class change. The crazy thing is that every important, life-altering lesson I learned from college came from that class, starting with that darned rugby ball. Grit and tenacity were celebrated every time somebody signed the ball. I'd never pushed myself so hard before. That class gave me the gift of showing me what I was capable of and what I could endure. The truth is that we all have more in us than we will ever realize. My hope for you is that you will go out into the world and find opportunities to push yourself, to test yourself, and to face your fears so that you can see just how amazing you are. The second lesson came in the form of our professor's mantra that you can do anything, no matter how hard, for 2 minutes. We applied this mantra to the circuits in class, and I found myself applying this mantra more and more outside of class. Once, a classmate shared that he had been rowing across the English Channel when a nasty storm rolled in. He might have drowned if he hadn't had that mantra circling in his mind, pushing him to row 2 minutes at a time despite his exhaustion. Anytime I am scared or overwhelmed, I turn on the timer and commit to 2 minutes. Inevitably, when I realized I can accomplish and endure at the end of 2 minutes, I set the timer for another 2 and have another go at it. When life gets daunting, just take it 2 minutes at a time. You'll be surprised how much you can accomplish and what you can endure. Another lesson arrived with harrowing little drills my professor dubbed victories. Many of you probably know them by another name, especially if you've done organized sports. They're an exercise designed to make poor, lazy souls like myself weep uncontrollably. They were simple in design. To complete a victory, you had to sprint from the goal line of a soccer field to the first 10-yard marker, accelerating past the line, pivot, and sprint back, accelerating past the goal line, pivot, sprint past the 20-yard marker, pivot, sprint back, and so on until you made it the entire length of the football field and back. Victories were handed out in sets of 5, and I loathed them. Victories done after class were called freedoms. Every day, as soon as class was dismissed, one classmate or another would yell freedoms, and everyone would do another set of 5, myself included. I never outgrew my hatred of victories, but I came to love freedoms. There was something about doing a difficult task, not because it was required, but because I knew I could and I knew it would make me better. To get the most out of your journey, look for the opportunities to do freedoms. Give more than is required and you will prosper. Not only that, but you might be surprised by the joy you find in the effort. The final lesson came from my classmates. I'm sure you've guessed this by now, but I was not as physically fit as the rest of the class. However, my physical fitness was less important to them than my willingness to try. We built a community together in our shared suffering. We ran together, even if it meant doing a few more laps so that the slowest of us, me, wouldn't have to run alone. We cheered each other and found joy in each individual's success. It was the most important lesson I learned. No matter how impossible the task seems, when done in community, anything can be accomplished. Grow and nurture your community, and you can tackle any mountain. For those of you who are experiencing a niggle of fear underneath the celebration and excitement of today, that's normal. I felt it too on my graduation day. Like any good book nerd, I found the balm to my fear in the lines of a poem by Rainier Maria Rilke. Perhaps all the dragons in our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us act, just once, with beauty and courage. Perhaps everything that frightens us is, in its deepest essence, something helpless that wants our love. There will be dragons for you to face on this new journey, but you are beautiful and courageous. Don't be afraid. Let me share with you now the beauty and courage I see in you. I've been blessed to watch you all grow and learn, and I am struck by how you thrive and shine in the face of change and adversity. I've watched you adapt when thrown a curveball. You've taken jobs and taken care of siblings and family members, moved, parented, and did what needed to be done. I've witnessed you improvise when things weren't working for you. You've overcome fears, obstacles, heartbreak, and loss. You've faced many dragons already. You have the tools you need to succeed wherever your journey takes you. Go forward with confidence, knowing that you are capable of accomplishing whatever you set your heart to. I can say without hesitation that you, class of 2020, are ready for this journey.
And now we are honored to present to you the Oregon Connections Academy Class of 2020. Nataja Abu Zubaydah, Adrian Ademek, Madeline Ademek, Michaela Aguilar, Kaya Akers, Cassie Albin, Nazra Ali, Dina Al-Nasser, Aiden Alvarez, Paulina Alves Garcia, Audrey Amendolora, Emily Anderson, Diana Anderson, Leif Andrew, Kendra Arns, Malik Arsalan, Madison Ashcraft, Thomas Hatig, Stephen Beza, Kelsey Baird, Skylar Bolero, Andrew Balthazar Morelos, Bailey Banks, Skylar Bartley, Shelby Bate, Mira Body, Rafael Batya, Caitlin Beal, Joanna Bean Campos, Lauren Beebe, Lily Beecher, Isabella Bird, Ollie Bevan, Jesse Bigelow, Bronson Bitts, Bryce Blakemore, Daniel Blatz, Amarantha Botke, Caitlin Bond, Alicia Bork, Cleo Bowling, Chloe Boyer, Lexi Braun, Bella Bridges, Lily Brim, Kylie Bristow, Aiden Britton, Kaylee Brockstocky, Aiden Brown, Azriella Brown, Nicholas Brown, Destiny Brunick, Braxton Bryan, Chloe Blumenlog, Sergi Venice, Haley Burke, Gage Busey, Marcy Cabanos, Anthony Satano, Rachel Calloway, Adrian Camacho, Eliza Camiro, Danielle Campbell, Tanner Campbell, Mia Capetillo, Tiana Caps, Emily Cardoza, Elijah Carrillo Sacido, Rafael Carlone, Jake Carroll, Logan Kaysen, Connor Cassidy, Gage Cadell, Jordan Chalut, Kiara Champagne, Kaylee Chavers, Harper Shabuk, Eric Childers, Lydia Chilton, Kyle Christenberry, Keely Church, Madison Church, Chloe Klassen, Francesco Clapshaw, Samuel Clarizio, Anna Clark, Wynn Clark, Hope Clements, Mackenzie Kaffelt, Justine Colby, Gideon Abel Cole, Cameron Collier,
Goldia Kennedy,
Tristan Cook, Avery Corrigan, May Kasu, Logan Coulter, Alexis Crackle, Cassidy Crowell, Christian Cruz, Brian Cunningham, Valen Curran Rector, Isaac Kurtman, Naomi Daniels, Brennan Dankenbring, Trevor Darr, Faith Dowenhauer, Chris Davis, Joshua DeBell, Brian DeLuisa Anderson, Jonathan Dial, Rodrigo Diaz Cuevas, Brianna Dilworth, Rose Dixon, Tabitha Dodson, Mitzi Dominguez Verduzco, Olivia Druffel, Hagen Du Bois, Haley Duff, Austin Dunn, Emily Dutton, Nevada Dyke, Sean Earls, Solomon Elliott, Jaden Ellison, Penelope Elmore, Blue Emmons, Ezra Entenman, Trinity Erickson, Rowan Escamilla, Zachary Estrada, Christopher Hetzel Huberger, Broxton Ferguson, Max Fleming, Alexis Flink, Shannon Flood, Isabel Flores, Mason Foland, Matthew Fowler, Emily Fox, Jenna Franco, Lainey Freeman, Trevor Freeman, Carson Fritz, Draven Gayton, Andrea Gaona Cancino, Matthew Garvin, Brianna Gaskin, Calvin Gaskin, Chloe Gay, Kaylee Gebhardt, Alyssa Gedlick, Lily Gentile, Kendall George, Tappa Gosh, Emma Gibbs,
Madison Gertner, Susanna Glenn, Ezra Godert, Stephen Goetz, Rihanna Gonzalez, Caitlin Goodrich, Anton Goswitz, Madison Gouge, Eli Gravenhorst, Ian Graham, Sarah Grasser, Caitlin Green, Janelle Guerrero, Lauren Gunderson, Maggie Gunderson, Isabel Hainsworth, Rebecca Hammer, Alyssa Hansen, Alexa Harris, Starlight Hayes, Alyssa Hoff, Teresa Hay, Morgan Hayes, Jasmine Hayward, Tatiana Hediger, Jalen Henderson, Jared Hendricks, Layla Henwood, Megan Hester, Eve Hill, Layla Hill, Megan Hill, Nicholas Hill, Elijah Hawks, Shiloh Hodgson, Joseph Hoffman, Emmeline Hoffman, Miles Holden, Eric Holmes, Josie Horn, Matthew Horio, Zachary Houston, Gabriel Hovey, Sydney Howerton, Marius Arestescu, Elizabeth Humbert, Cole Hyatt Friedman, Sierra Jackson, Caroline Jeffrey, Chloe Zhank, Kaylee Johnson, Liliana Johnson, Michael Johnson, Trevor Johnson, Zoe Johnson, Claire Johnston, Elena Jones, Mallory Jones, Catherine Josie, Sam Julian, Colby Junes, Madeline Justman, Teresa Caib, Phoebe Kearney, Emily Keeney, Gabriel Kelly, Gavin Kelly, Grace Kelly, Kayla Kelly, Anna Campanen, Candace Kerr, Anthony Kersteter, Gabriel Kiefaber, Erica Kincaid, Sydney Kincaid, Madison King, Paige King, Dakota Kirk. Ellie Knudsen. Faith Knudsen. Yubov Kovalchuk. Bethany Coenzi. Joanna Coenzi. Faith LaRose. Leela Lacasse. Cole Lael Hall. Andrew Langren. Naomi Langdon. Angeline Langslet. Anfia Larionov. Gabe Laurent. Ellie Leavitt. Silas LeBlanc. Danica Lee. Hannah Leader. Vince Lendorf. Graham Leslie. Andrew Libby. River Lichty. Lucille Lincoln. Madison Link. Lance Longworth. Alec Lopez Herrera. Gabriel Lusart. Tierra Lowe. Madison Luban. Maddie Lucky. Joanne Luna. Julia Luna. Kea Luttrell. Parker Lyon. Zen Lyons. Amelia McCauley. Dexter McCauley. Cole Maddox. Giselle Madrid. Tristan Mahurin. Eleonora Macris. Ariana Mancas. Cedar Manning. Aline Martinez. Reina Martinez. Faith Marty. Zachary Massey. Sierra McClure. Chloe McClure. Mackenzie McCormick. Aaliyah McCoy. Daniel McCoy. Linda McDaniel. Gracie McDonald. Kylie McDonald. Dilana McElroy. Chloe McIntyre. Caden McGillivray. Aaliyah McIntyre. Malachi McKinnon.
Stephen McNeil.
Harrison McPherson. Samari Melendez. Blake Melson. Dustin Mitchell. Felicity Mitchell. Zachary Mitchell. Yoki Mayoshi. Ali Motion. Autumn Monroe. Morgan Montgomery. Nicole Montgomery. Chamberlain Moody. Anna Moore. James Moore. Liam Moore. Rachel Morales. Skylar Moreland. Hayden Morgan. Otto Morris. Gage Morrow. Natalia Moser. Tiffany Mueller. Deandra Mundal. Araceli Munoz. Nathan Myers.
Caitlin Neal. Thomas Negrete. Isabella Neufer. Tyler Newworth. Joshua Newcomb. Marshall Nicholas. Sarah Nicholson. Benjamin Nicander. Wade Noel. Beck Norling. Cody Norris. Svetlana Obertus. Colin O'Connor. Maddie O'Felt. Toby Oford. Jordan Ogle. Kashope Oladapo. Tyson Hollinghouse. Julia Olson. Kiana Horace. Anna Osterman. William Owens. Christopher Pace.
Emmy Panter, Gabriel Parker, Dexter Hatching, Rebecca Etty, Phoenix Patty, Daisy Perez, Amador Perez, Marcos Perez Holland, Haley Pierce, Tyler Kushke, Richard Postmontier, Adelaide Prather, Kelsey Bressler, Casey Presley, Zachary Brushkaka, Kenny Putman, Brian Quinn Alawati, Austin Rebido, Joseph Ralston, Aaron Ramage, Noah Reesner, RJ Reed, Logan Reed, Mitchell Reed, Brian Rendon Padilla, Yana Reppin, Eli Rex, Erica Riez Rosales, Mason Reynolds, Jaden Richards, Russell Ridnour, Natalie Regier, Anthony Riley, Elias Rios, Derek Ritter, Ashton Ryuta, Emily Robertson, Minor Rodriguez, Jesus Rodriguez Martinez, Angelina Rogers, Livy Romero, Maddie Romero, Sierra Rose, Brenna Rossman, Danielle Rossetti, Kyle Brudisil, Gary Ruiz Martinez, Isaac Rushman, Hannah Russell, Evan Sandon, Oriana Sanchez, J.R. Sanchez, Graciela Sanchez Villanueva, Desiree Sadaray, Hope Saunders, Braden Schaefer, Joseph Schlater, Sahali Schmidt, Alexis Sellers, Lauren Senecal, Nicholas Schaefer, Kylie Shaw, Tyler Shell, Gavin Sherwin, Walker Sewell, Jaden Silver, Isaac Smith, Callan Smith, Lane Smith, Shoshana Snyder, Misa Soul, Abril Sotelo, Caitlin Sinclair, Narissa Stevens, Brittany Stevens, Mackenzie Stock, Stephanie Strasou, Sydney Stum, Bella Sturgill, Melody Stutz, Joshua Schwatman, Ethan Tate, Bella Tardy, Isabel Totter, Alan Taylor, Lorlyn Taylor, Callista Taylor, Emily Templeton, Chloe Thistle, Taylor Thomas, Kalani Thompson, Nicole Thorne, Genesis Thrasher, Corin Toby, Micah Torres, Joshua Tosa, Trevor Totlin, Evelyn Trejo Keppinger, Talia Tucker, Heidi Julian, Rebecca Upchurch, Saturia Durell,
Eliezer Valen Carrillo,
Rocky Vertigo Jr., Valentin Bertisky, Taylor Petravkis, Dylan Vitale, Yona Voss Andre, Alexis Waldo, Piper Warren, Najo Waters Onifre, Ashley Watterson, Chloe Weatherby, Quinn Webb, Kendra Webb, Jonah Weber, Sydney Weber, Isaac Hoodking King, Messina Wendell Schaefer, Logan Wessler, Connor White, Gavin White, Robbie White, Tommy White, Milton Whiteside, Janessa Widmer, Mark Wilcox, Elizabeth Williams, Griffin Williams, Talia Williams, Ethan Wood, Michaela Wood, Hunter Worthington, Olivia Wright, Adam Winger, Nathan Young, Reese Youngblood.
Hello, Orca seniors. It's been a strange and unusual year for all of you and for students all over our state. You've had a lot of challenges to overcome, as well as many triumphs. And now here we are at the finish line. In order to signify your transition from student to graduate, we continue with the tradition of moving the tassel. Please rise. It is now time to move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, Oregon Connections Academy Class of 2020. I join with you and your friends and your family in saying how proud we all are of your accomplishments, and we hope you go forward from here and do amazing things.
Thank you, family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, graduating seniors. It has been an honor to celebrate you here at this time, in this space, in this unique environment. We get to sit down here to honor you, Orca High School graduating class of 2020. You are strong-hearted waymakers and action takers. Go forth into this world and make that change. Take that action, make that way, and be strong-hearted as you go. You are incredible, and I am excited for what is to come. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming.